Welcome to the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday, Group 3 racing and the start of the 4-year-old series. Paul Lally is here to provide us with selections along the way for a meeting to be conducted on both the turf and the all-weather. Opening race on the program is a Class 5 and it is indeed on the all-weather over the 1200 metres. And My Intelligent and Super Elite both on the class drop. Super Elite has the crossover noseband off. Daily Trophy wears blinkers for the first time. General Ace crossover noseband is off him. All Is Ready has one course and distance off a rating of a 26. Fortune Master, first time on this surface, has the blinkers off and the pacifiers with the cowls going on. Speed here, Paul, well, it's been working really well for Beat Hollow on the pace, and he has been holding on at times, and if he hasn't been too far away. Yeah, exactly. And look, he's drawn wide, but look, there's no other real pace in the race. Fingers crossed has gone forward in all the starts this season. He's like to go forward. Super Elite likewise. My Intelligence got a 10-pound claim, so he might be slightly closer. Spangle Fortune, Perfect Rock from the outside. Magic Traveller's gone forward in the past, but in this race I think he'll probably go back. We do have an interview for race number 1. Tom was out at track work on this Friday morning and spoke to the jockey of Beat Hollow, Angus Chung.
Angus Beat Hollow after a last start winning performance. How did you rate the effort? He's got a wide draw this time, so it's obviously going to make it a bit tougher.
Yeah, that would be a little bit harder to get in front, I reckon. But in the best straight 1200 meters, I think it's long enough to roll forward to get a lead position, and I think he in a very good form. Get up the weight, I think it's not really bother him too much. As long as he's happy in front and get the rail, and he will be. I think he will be finish close again.
Is that just him? He's just one-dimensional. He needs to lead to be able to give him the best possible chance.
I think the best way is just lead, because I think he needs the rail to change the leg, and his balance will be better when he get the rail. Last time he probably 6 seconds. One of the rail he can't really change the leg. Last 50 meters, I think he a bit weak late, but he's a tough horse, and he finished very well last time.
And he held off the greys there, including All Is Ready, who he does oppose in the opening race. We head now to Happy Valley here, Paul. This is Super Elite last time, and it was up in Class 4, the race won by Crystal Powerful. He's a horse that has been blessed with good barriers for most of his short career so far. Drew barrier 10 this night, went about his best race.
Yeah, he did. He went well. He's drawn barrier 4. Now, he is by deep field, so we've seen that progeny go well on the all-weather in the past, the deep field. So, look, he's slowly getting there. He was right on the cusp for me, but I just want to see him do it on the all-weather first.
And does have to carry 134 pounds too for his first venture onto the surface, as it is for this horse, Fortune Master. He runs third in this race on the turf. Perfect Rock has been largely disappointing. He's been back to the trials, Fortune Master, since running third in this race behind Noble One. Did struggle a little bit in that trial, but he is proven when it comes to this grade.
Yeah, look, he's won off a rating of 25 before, and he's rated 24. His last win actually was off 25, so he's more than capable. He's got Zach Purton aboard barrier 5. Always works well on the surface. So, look, I did include him because at least he's a winner in this race.
He is indeed, and there he's in those dark blue colours. The other one down the bottom, Perfect Rock, fading out badly. He's had another start, and that was over the 1,000 metres and finished down the track at Happy Valley after racing wide in that race. Who do you like in the first?
I'm going to go with one that's coming back onto the all-weather, so we can't really show a race because he's been racing on the turf, but he has been placed in Class 4 on the all-weather, and that's number 4, Daily Trophy. The blinkers go on him for the first time as well. And look, he's run second off a 42 rating. He's at this 38 rating now on the surface. Fortune Master, Beat Hollow we talked about. And All Is Ready, he goes in there for 4th as well. He's another well-rated horse. He's one of 37 and has already won on the all-weather this season. 4-10-3-8.
Hugh Bowman and Casper Founds to pick up where they left off at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for Paul. Straight racing for the second as we switch on to the turf for the first time on Sunday's program in this Class 4 with Metro Warrior. Of course, he was scratched when he played up in the gates on the 13th of January. 2 trials since, blinkers off, cheek pieces go back on. Sparkling Dolphin's a 5-time course and distance winner. Bowser has the tongue tie on, Family Fortune and Lucky Charm are both on debut. The 6 has had 3 trials, the 8 has had 4. Packing Brilliance on debut, he's had 5 trials. Panda didn't get much room against the outside rail last time. And Mr. Good Vibes back from the 1200 to the 1000. And the blinkers go on him. Metro Warrior Paul, first time in this grade for him and Sparkling Dolphin, who's very hit and miss with his form.
So well rated is Metro Warrior now, and he's likely to go forward. So as you mentioned, Sparkling Dolphin is very hard to catch at times. Valiant Elegance likes to go forward. Panda's got a good draw. Family Fortune is one of the first starters, and Packing Brilliant. They're probably showing the speed of the most speed of those horses. Lucky Charm, Lifeline Express from a low draw should get back. So I think every horse will get the chance.
Lifeline Express has gone close in 2 starts so far. He'll try and win at his 3rd outing on Sunday afternoon. Both of these races have been over the 1,000 metres. James McDonald is in town and he will partner him for John Size. Yeah, look, he goes in for me. He's been racing well, Lifeline Express. I'm going to put that less is more in as well. Now, he's the horse at the back in the orange sleeves. Hugh Bowman's mount. Look, he finally got through that gap. He just had to get through the gap. Took him a little while, and I like the way he finished off, sort of drifting out to the outside. So I thought it was a good run from both Lifeline Express and also less is more in this race. He's out of the Frankie Law stable is less is more. Chili Barber finished just in front of him and he raced well last weekend. Next up is Panda running 4th. Panda has had another start since this and was disappointed for a run on the outside rail. So he's coming back in distance is Panda. What about Gangnam Star, who looked like he was a winner waiting to happen after his first start? And since then, he's just plateaued a little bit.
Yeah, and they've all been around a bend. So he's coming back down the straight 1,000 and his best run's been down the straight 1,000. Look, I'm going to make him the long shot because I think the 1,000 metres is the way forward. He's a very fit horse now coming into this, and you can see him making up really good ground here. I think with the straight 1,000, he can just slingshot out of the gates and be maybe a little bit closer.
All about no turns for Gangnam Star. Our last replay is a trial for Packing Brilliant. Andrea Atzani rides him for Francis Loy. Ran second in this behind Talon's Ambition. He won his trial prior to this over Gimme 5.
Yeah, he's had 5 trials to get him ready. He's drawn sort of the inside and barrier number 3. Another deep field we've got here as well. The trials haven't been too bad. I still like to see him do it. I thought the trial here on the all-weather was quite good, and again, those deep field progeny do go well on the all-weather. So maybe they've probably got options for him.
All right, and that's him just running second to the grey there in that trial. But you've given us the hint of who your selection is at odds.
Yeah, well, hopefully we haven't got the odds up, but hopefully he does play a bit of a prize. I think he will. Double figures. He was 20-1 last start, so he's on top now. Metro Warrior so well rated. His last win was of 75. He's had a rating of 60, and he'll be right on the pace. Less is more and Lifeline Express coming out of that same race. 12-1-7-3.
There you have it. Hoping for some value in race number 2 is Paul with the 12, Gangnam Star. This is the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. We're up to race number 3 right now, and it's over the 1,200 metres on the turf into Class 3. I Give has had an amazing season. He's won 6 from 7. Young Champion is on debut. He's had 4 trials. Excellent Fighters run 3rd at the trials since racing wide at Happy Valley. Illuminous on debut has had 3 trials. Kaying Victory, he's had 2 trials since his last start. 8th, Prawns 11, having his first start, has had 3 trials. Kaying Power's disappointed so far, and Midori Beauty comes up in grade after running second first up behind Ruby Lot down the straight. I Give just leads again.
Well, that's the winning formula. Why change it? I think he will. Kaying Victory can maybe put a bit of pressure on. Prawns 11 has shown a little bit of speed in his trials. Young Champion shouldn't be far away. Excellent Fighter might just do a little bit of tough from his wide barrier. Mikhail Barcelona aboard. He might just have to try and push on and get outside the lead.
Young Champion, a newcomer for the racing club for John Size, and John spoke to Tom about what he expects from the horse on debut.
You've also got a new horse engaged on the program, John, Young Champion Import. How's he settled into the Hong Kong way of going?
He seems to be enjoying it. He hasn't given us any reason to be concerned about him. He's healthy and well, he's sound, he's got a good temperament. In his barrier trials, he seems to make the adaptation to the Hong Kong style of trialling and rather quickly for a Northern Hemisphere horse. So I'm happy to take him to the races. So I think he's going to acquit himself very well.
all horses are different, but what is the key for some of these Northern Hemisphere horses coming to Hong Kong and settling in and running well? Because you've obviously been successful this season with Ensued already.
I don't think there's not much you can do for them. They have to, as individuals, make the adaptation themselves. Sometimes they can do that really quickly and not be concerned by the change of environment. And most of them, a bigger percentage of them, they can take a little bit of time. But I think it's just a matter of time normally.
John Size on Young Champion there. 3 more replays to have a look at, Paul. And first, as I give, you can only say good things about him, what he has done. He was beaten 2 starts ago behind Joyful Hunter, and you thought, oh, well, it's come to an end. Then he's come out and done this again. He has carried big weights down in grade, so he's had 135 on his back before from a wide draw and won.
He has, so he can carry the weight. Look, Super Fortune's a really speedy horse in this race, and he managed to burn him off and get to the front. He'll lead if they leave him alone. He's going to be tough again. He's hard to leave out the way he's going, and he was really strong at the line here. Good run from him. He's going very well.
And that's Andrea Adzani on board that day, and he partners him again. He's got an even good record on the horse, of course, having won 4 from 5. Next up, down the straight we go, Midori Beauty. He certainly appreciated that break away from racing. You can see him in the pack there, and he comes up in a distance where he's placed 2 from 6. He's also placed second up in the past.
Yeah, he has, but he had a reasonably long break for this one, for second up after a long spell. I was just happy to watch him go round again, but there was nothing wrong with this run. He ran really nicely, and a really good fresh run for him. So if he doesn't bounce, he could easily run well once again, but I didn't put him in there.
All right, that is Ruby Lott down the outside, just picking him up late. What about Carrying Victory? Looked very good at his first 2 starts winning in Griffin Company, and then first time in Class 3, he ends up running 8th behind Mugen. He's had 2 trials since. This is his Happy Valley trial.
Yeah, which wasn't too bad as well. And look, the Mugen form is quite strong for him. Again, these Griffin horses, when they come out of Griffin racing against the older horses, I do just want to watch him. But look, he's going nicely, and it was a strong win from him there in that trial.
A lot of first starters in this race. Is one of them the one to beat?
Look, yeah, I am. I'm going to go with Young Champion, actually, the one we heard John Size talk about. I think he settled in really well here, and he's on top. I give there for second. Prawns 11's got some unusual form from overseas, Kalgoorlie of all places, and then Perth. But his trials have been good, so just on his merit on his trials, we'll put him in on debut, and then Excellent Fighter will just need a bit of luck from that wide draw, just ahead of Carrying Victory. 3-1-7-4.
He'll be a popular man in the racing club. Will Paul Lally tipping Young Champion to win on debut in Hong Kong. Race number 4 is the Gladiolus Handicap on a floral Sunday of racing, and it's a Class 4 over the 1400. Ican placed in this grade at his first start. Foolish Heart is on the class drop. Lucky Gold's a 2-time course and distance winner. Sky Heart and Ballistic Wind both go up in trip. Chater Gold has the chick pieces going on. Gold Tack also goes from the 12 to the 1400 metres. Fantastic Choice was a winner 2 starts ago. And King of the Court, wider draw from the 12 to the 1400. And he just missed the starter touch last time, but there was plenty of late money for him. Fantastic Choice, the leader here, Paul, over Chater Gold and Go Hero.
Yeah, he led last time, Fantastic Choice, and does like to put himself on the pace. Chater Gold ran well at his last start when he was closer to the pace. Go Hero, likewise. Gold Tax up in trip. Ballistic Winds up in trip as well. Ican midfield, and the first starter, Circuit Blazing, hasn't shown too much in his trials. Early speed was.
The colours of I Give we saw in race number 3 arrive here in race number 4 on I Can. This is a third behind Panda Legend, beat the length and 3/4, so he's not a quickish backup as I Can. Zach Purton happy to jump aboard. Horse does have to shoulder an extra £5 for the senior rider.
Yeah, and look, he did miss the start slightly, so he got all the way back. So if he can get him a little bit closer in the run, he's going to be right up there. I didn't quite get him in because I just want to see him do everything right at the start, but it was a good enough run from him and very eye-catching.
You can see there he just had to ease off some heels too, balanced up and went again. Wouldn't have beaten the winner, but might have just got a little bit closer to the second horse, Smart Fighter there. This was a big run on debut by Sky Heart. He covered plenty of ground. He went off at 7-1. He was back late. extra trip, but unfortunately for him, he's drawn an outside gate again.
Yeah, look, he's going to have to go back again, I think, but he obviously doesn't mind going back because he finished off really strongly here, and with any sort of luck, he probably should have won this race on debut. So, look, I think there's enough there to see that he can win this race. So I'm going to go with Sky Heart. I really like this last 50 metres. He really attacked the line, and with another 200 metres and off a slow pace, I think he can just about win this.
Bowman and Founds for Paul to win a couple of the first 4 races at least. Next up is Chater Gold running 3rd, California Totality running 6th. Chater Gold's run 4th out of the Champion Instinct trial at Chung Fa since, and California Totality, he goes up £3 for Karras jumping aboard. Either of these two chances?
Both. I've got them both, and I think they're both going pretty well at the moment. I really like the run of California Totality because he got really well back. Another one that's drawn wide, so he will need a bit of pace on in the race, which I think he'll probably get. And it's quite a strong form race, really, because these two horses, Super Legends has run well once again, and the Absolute yet to come back out. A good run, and a good run also from Chater Gold. So he improved a lot from start 1 to start 2 once he went up to the 14.
Both of those go in. Now, Circuit Blazing is one of a heap of first starters at the meeting. This is the Happy Valley Trials. Now, importantly, this was 1,700 metres. He had struggled over the shorter trials, was really good this morning. So on this, do we wait till he steps up in trip?
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, no, definitely. I just think this is way too short for him. So I'm more than happy to watch. He's drawn barrier number 12 as well. He'll get back, and I'm happy. You know, when you see these horses trialling over 1,700 metres before they're raced, they're normally at 1,800 metre plus horses.
Because he'd struggled big time over the shorter courses, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
So Bowman and Founds again.
Yeah, going to go with the 4 Sky Heart on top here. I think Sky Heart could win this from California Totality, Chater Gold. Now, the one we haven't talked about, Ballistic Win, he's by Ace High, so the further the better for him. This will be his 3rd start. He improved a lot from start 1 to start 2 when he left Happy Valley to Sha Tin. So up to 1,400 metres, I wanted to include him as well. 4,875.
That is the preview for race number 4. It's the first leg of the Triple Trio. And race 5 has the Bowman and Founds show again, this time at the top of the book with Elliptical. He's on the class drop with the blinkers going on for the first time. Simple Hedge, he has his first look over 2,000 metres. Escape Route's run 4th at the trials at Chung Fa since 7th at Happy Valley last start. Intrepid Winner's best form so far has been over at the Valley. Hucker Radiant steps up from the mile to the 2,000 metres. Swan Bay, Billionaire Secret and Gallant Hero have all been back to the trials since they last raced. So 2,000 metres here, Paul, B+2, shortish run into the first turn, and it's Escape Route who leads them.
Well, there's no real leader in the race, but Escape Route has led over the 2,000 metres last season and ran really well. So with James McDonald aboard from a low draw, I think they'll be positive with him and go forward. Swan Bay, he's gone back from wide draws. I think he'll be a lot closer. Simple Hedge is another alternative leader. I mean, he's a stablemate of Escape Route because he's stepping right up from 16 to the 2,000.
And here he is, a Simple Hedge in the first replay. He's a little wider than he's going to be in this race on Sunday. Kaying Generation runs 8th. He's a horse that's come back down to Class 3 from the 7th behind Natural Storm last time in Class 2. And outside of them, we've also got Elliptical and Harker Radiance.
Yeah, so look, of these ones, I think Simple Hedge stepping up to 2,000, being by Sebring, looks ideal for him. He should get a nice run. He's drawn barrier 1 with Zach Burton aboard. Zach's ridden him in most of his starts. He was on him here, and he just got swamped late by a horse who's going to be a big chance in the Classic Mile in Fallon. So as such, look, he definitely has to go with.
He's a 4-year-old Simple Hedge. He still holds a Derby nomination, so keen to see where he goes and if he does run a strong 2,000 metres on Sunday. Second and final replay is Swan Bay running 2nd from back in the field. Enigma having every chance in this race and fading. What about Swan Bay? His trial since has been very quiet. He wasn't asked to do too much in that.
No, but he swung really wide on the turn here and ran on really strongly for 2nd. Now, the handicappers haven't put him up for the 2nd, so he stays on the same rating of 66, does Swan Bay. So, look, under that, the way he's been going in the distance, I mean, CP Brave that beat him is a horse that's been very good this season, so it's no disgrace to lose to him. So, look, I think he's a big chance, and this is one of the old horses.
All right, that is a look at a couple of replays for the 2,000 metre race. Big chance is enough to be the horse to beat?
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top, Swan Bay. I really like that run. I think he'll be a lot closer in the run in this contest. Simple Hedge, I think it's going to be favourite, but he'll be the one to beat. Escape Route from the front, he can be tough, and he's won off a high rating in the past. He's rated 70, he's won off 72. And Intrepid Winner, he's another real stayer, and it was a strong win from him, 2 starts at Happy Valley. See if he can come and bring that here to Sha Tin. 9-3-5-7.
Race 5, number 9, Swan Bay for Paul to win the first leg of the 6 Up. It's a streak down the straight again for race number 6 here, and some noted 1,000 metre performers in this race. And we start with Flying High, who's a full-time course and distance winner, as is Pleasant Endeavour. California Deeply has the cheek pieces going on. Stellar Express on debut has had 4 trials. He's now with the John Sire stable. Fortune Whiskey's arrived in Hong Kong to join Michael Cheng. He's had the 3 trials. Cheval Valiant speeds along in the lead. Mark Comet's a newcomer. 6 trials for this season for Jamie Richards. Prince of Porty has the cheek pieces going on. Romantic Novelist, now with Mark Newnham's, had 2 trials. And Baby Crystal and Ruby Lot and Super Commander all come up in grade here, Paul, in a race which is loaded with pace.
It is. Cheval Valiant, Super Commander, who's going to blink first? They both like to lead those 2. Stellar Express has shown a lot of pace in his trials, the debutant. Baby Crystal likes to go forward. California Touch, Pleasant Endeavour, he likes to go forward. Romantic Novelist and Fortune Whiskey are first starters, as is Mark Comet, so they should be midfield there. And Ruby Lot ran terrific from the back last start.
He sure did. He gets in with the lightweight, of course, coming up in grade 2, does Ruby Light. But he's California Touch 9th. Ahead of him finished Pleasant Endeavour, Flying High and Cheval Valiant. Pleasant Endeavour, he carries an extra £5 for this win and gets the claim once again for Ellis Wong.
Yeah, so he gets that £10 and look, he's going well at the moment. Just whether he can put 2 together, but it's just on the day, I think, normally some of these horses race against each other numerous times, and it was Pleasant Endeavour's day here. Look, Flying High didn't get that much room on the inside there as well, so maybe he might have finished slightly closer if he'd got out at the right time, but he did finish off nicely there for second.
He got a whack on the noggin too by the nose, did on Flying High at about the 100-metre mark too, so he picked up despite getting that little bit of a whack on the nose. Ruby Lot, you were keen on him following this last start win. Super Commander led up and faded, but he had the company of Super Axiom this day. Ruby Lot ducked and weaved through beautifully.
It didn't go overly quick here either, and he still managed to get up and win. And I thought it was a really strong win from this horse. He's always threatened to do this. He's never quite been able to get the job done in the past. But now he's just down the straight 1,000. He's 1 for 1. So maybe this is the go, just the straight 1,000. I think he's capable of the lightweight of coming up and doing this. Hugh Bowman rode him here. Of course, Hugh can't ride him because of the weight that he's got. But Karis Teton will jump aboard.
He does, and Karis fresh off a winning double at Happy Valley on Wednesday night too. Off to the trials we go now, and it's Stellar Express who has form over the 1,000 at Longchamp and the 1,200 at Chantilly and Deauville.
Yeah, so look, he's coming with all his French form, Stellar Express, 4 trials to get him ready. He's drawn perfectly on the outside barrier 14. He's by Zoustar as well. Now, he has won over 1,000 metres as well in France, so it was on a good to soft track, so that was just a little query. But I've liked his trials leading to this. I think he's trialled really well, so I'm going to include him on a very minor line. I wouldn't be surprised a good debut run from him.
The horse on his outside just happens to be Helios Express, and our final replay is a Happy Valley trial. Fortune Whiskey, he's a winner over the 1,100 and twice over the 1,200 at Ruakaka in New Zealand in the winterless north. And Mark Comet won over the 900 metres at Newcastle in New South Wales. Yeah,
he came from the back there too, so when he won that one. So and he sort of, he's come from the back here and won this trial really nicely. He's in fact won his last 2 trials. I quite like him. The other horse, Fortune Whiskey, now he, as you say, Ruakaka are real horses for courses. And he was trained there and he only had 4 starts and they were all at that course. So I just want to see him do it somewhere else, if that makes sense.
It does. Very sandy course, isn't it?
Yeah,
right on the beach.
Yeah.
That's it. Who do you like in this one?
I like Ruby Lot. I think Ruby Lot can win this race with the lightweight. The first starter, Mark Comet. Now, Baby Crystal, he's very prolific down the straight 1,000, and Stellar Express, another of the first starters. 13, 9, 12 and 4.
David Hayes to win back-to-back races with Ruby Lot by taking race number 6. You know, race 7's a big race because we've got a graphic behind us. We don't even have to tell you what it is. It's the Hong Kong Classic Mile, and it's the first leg of the 4-year-old series, and it's over the 1,600 metres. Helios Express is going to be a very short-priced favourite. Helene Feelings had 2 starts, course and distance, for a win and a second. Moments in Time was on the class drop last time when his best race in Class 3. Beauty Crescent has placed 6 from 10. Cheng Cheng Glory has won 4 from 6 this season. Fallon flying since he stepped to the mile. He's unbeaten in 2. And Star Mac is on a 7-day backup. Where does the favourite fit in here, Paul? Helios Express.
Gets a perfect run, I think, from barrier number 6. He can just get out and one back. I mean, Cheng Cheng Glory looks the likely leader. Moments in Time, I don't think he'll put pressure on him, but he likes to go forward. Helene Feeling likes to go forward. He'll get a perfect trail. Helios Express, Speed Dragon, How Deep Is Your Love, Beauty Crescent, Fallon and Star Mac. Every horse, even though it's good to slow, it's a small field. Every horse will get their chance.
They will, but John Sires is the man. He has 2 in the race. How Deep Is Your Love, and what is going to be one of the shortest priced favourites of the day, Helios Express, and here he is with Tom.
John, Classic Mile this week with a 2-pronged attack, Helios Express and How Deep Is Your Love. First of all, on Helios Express, rate his performance last time out. He looked to really show a devastating turn of foot, didn't he?
Yeah, he made the adaptation to 1600 more or less straight away. He seemed to travel not too bad. He was a little bit strong, I guess, but still manageable in a slow run race, and he sprinted well off a slow speed. So that's about all we could have expected from him.
How's he come through that performance? You had him on the trial track the other day, and he looked to move fairly well there.
Yep, seems all right. I don't think he's taken any harm from the race. He seems to have, coped with that pretty well. His trial was normal, and it looks like he's going to run a race again.
You've also got How Deep Is Your Love in the race. He's coming up to 1,600 metres with James McDonald on board. Have you assessed his handful of runs this season? He's obviously been at Happy Valley and he's come back to Sha Tin and looked like he made good ground last start.
I think so. I think he's a different style of horse at Sha Tin, but I think he handles it quite well. The times we've run him here, he's been fine. He'd probably appreciate a slower track, and it's coming that way now that the winter grass has grown. So he seems in good order, and he's certainly going to run well.
Is he the horse that sort of gives you the opinion that 1,600 metres will be good for him?
I think so. Yeah, he looks like he can run a mile. So this is his first attempt, and he's going to be fitter in the future. But he'll still run well, I'd say.
John Sires on the 1 and the 2 horse. We head on, Paul, to the win. Well, Fallon was massive odds 2 starts ago, where he dropped out of the sky to score, and then he showed that wasn't a fluke, and he did it again here. Have to get your thought on Cheng Cheng Glory too, because you've been with him all along. Not quite as sharp in this race, but can he bounce back?
Look, I think he can. This is a big test for Cheng Cheng Glory, and he can get the front. If they do leave him alone, he dictates. I think he's going to be there for a long period of the race. So I'm going to put him in on a minor line, but I do like this horse, Fallon. I thought that was a bit of a fluke, that first win, and I didn't put him in this race, but I was wrong. And he won with so much in hand there. Keith Young's got this horse going well. They really get on. They sort of click together. So he's the main danger to the favourite.
He does go up in weight on that win. He carries 126 pounds, up from 117 on that win, so he does have 9 more on his back. Happy Valley has been good for Helene Feeling. He's been over there 7 times for 3 wins, but he's also snuck across twice to Sha Tin over the 1,600 metres and been nothing wrong with his runs.
No, nothing at all, and they've been very good. Helene Feeling, he's going to get a perfect run, I think, as well. He's only been to Sha Tin 3 times for a win and a placing, so the course is fine for him. He's drawn barrier 5 with Zach Purton aboard. So, look, he's definitely one of the main chances as well. And he's one of the higher rated horses in the race.
A lot of those horses around him in that replay too run in the race later, the Centenary Vase. Beauty Crescent here is in our next replay. He's having his first go over 1,600 metres, but he's been so close, placed behind Amazing Duck, also Leslie and Chu Chow Spirit. Is he somewhat of a forgotten horse in this race, or is just a good, honest toiler?
Look, he could well be. I mean, this is the opportunity for these 4-year-olds to show what they're capable of. He is stepping up to 1,600 metres, as you say. He's still a maiden in Hong Kong, though, from his 10 starts. So that was just a little concern I had.
Andre Razzini on board. That's Beauty Fit, amazing duck. He's flying at them, but unfortunately for him, the duck has just beaten him there in that replay. Here's the head on. You can see there, Paul. He was badly held up at this stage behind Joyful Hunter. He gets out now. Yeah, so look, he did take a while to get out. Once he got into the clear, he finished off nicely. Yeah, so look, it's definitely, I mean, that's the only concern I've got, as I say, is there's 10-start maiden coming in against some of these seasoned horses here. But the distance is the query, is probably the positive, because he's stepping up to 16. Are you with Helios Express like most people, or are you going rogue?
Well, I'm going to go a little bit rogue, because I think Helios Express is going to be 1.3 to 1.4. So as a betting proposition, I think Fallon, there's still untapped sort of potential around Fallon, and he'll probably start 5 or 6. So as such, I'll go on top to beat Helios Express, but I'll make the play with the exotic. So 8 to beat 1, the 3 Helene Feeling and Chang Cheng Glory, 8, 1, 3, 6.
Poor old Cheng Cheng Glory didn't even make the play.
He made the top 4 though.
Very disappointing. 4:05 is start time for the start of the 4-year-old series, the Classic Mile. Race number 8 is group racing time. It is the Centenary Vase. It's over 1,800 metres. It's a Group 3 to be exact, and Straight Aaron's won 2 from 3 course and distance. Money Catcher has the visor on the first time. Senor Toba has the visor going back on. Happy Together's won 4 from 5 and run 3rd this season. He's flying. Super Sunny Singh has the TT1 on. That's the tongue tie for the first time. Fantastic Treasure class drop. Cheek pieces come off him. Torby and Diamonds, a 2-time course and distance winner. Nimble Nimbus has had 2 starts over the 1,800 at Sha Tin and placed both times. Money Catcher encountered Champion Dragon the first 3 here, Paul.
Yeah, well, there's a massive run to the first bend here. You've got the whole back straight. So I think Money Catcher will come across from his wide draw, and Encounter will get a lovely run across with him and sort of just sit on the outside. Champion Dragon likes to go forward with Sword Point. Nimble Nimbus. So all those ones are going to be quite handy in the race. So look, it should be run at a decent pace, the 1,800 metres. So I think, again, every horse should get their chance. 5G Patch has drawn barrier 1, but he's got no pace early. So I think he'll have to go back.
One horse that does have early pace, as you saw on the speed map, is Champion Dragon. Tom spoke to his jockey, Angus Chung.
Angus, Champion Dragon lining up in the Group 3 race. How did you rate his performance last time out in the January Cup at Happy Valley?
Yeah, I'm very happy about his performance last time. We drew barrier 2 last time and got tired at the beginning, so he have to sit back in the back position, and but he catch up and hit the line very strong last time, ran 6th. I think the barrier is outside is better for him, because horses, when he get cloud, and he will a bit like shy a bit, and he will can't really stress out his feet. And I think barrier 8 is very good for him. I probably sit 1st or 2nd in this race, and I think he will hit the last strong again.
What's his track work been like since his last start performance? Is the stable happy with the way he's going at the moment?
Yeah. It's very happy. Can't see anything wrong in the track work, and I think it will be a very good performance.
Do you think that the speed will be okay in the race to suit him with his sort of racing style?
Look, I'm not quite sure Money Catch is he going to lead or sit behind me. Just depends the pace, and as long as he happy, find his feet in the race, and yeah.
That is Champion Dragon. Angus Chung partners him. We move off now, Paul 2, the Stewards Cup last time. Fantastic Treasure runs 5th here, and Straight Aaron runs 6th. This was 1,600 metres, so that doesn't normally suit Straight Aaron this trip. But as I mentioned during when we saw the field, he does love the 1,800.
Yeah, and look, he was a little bit closer in the run here, so I just wonder if he's better just with a little bit more of a sit. He sort of finished off okay in this race. I mean, this is a lot tougher, this race, than he's going to find on Sunday. So, look, he definitely has to go in for me. He's going nice enough. Change of jockey now with Vincent indisposed. Hugh Bowman will ride him. But, look, he stayed on well enough, didn't he? And obviously Voyage Bubble is one of our top milers now.
He is indeed. Be the top miler with Golden 60 outs. Spirited Express runs second here over the 1600. Super Sunny Singh, he's just a little at the crossroads, isn't he? He hasn't had much go his way. He's been wide a few times. Chris So's just gone to the gear cupboard to see what he could find and thrown the tongue tie on to try something different.
Yeah, something different there for him. Yeah, look, I don't think he's just going as well as he has been in the past, Super Sunny Singh. And so, look, I've left him out in the end. I mean, I have been with him this season, but I just thought that he had his opportunity there. And actually, it was a better run from Precision Express there, Precise Express, I should say, who ran on well.
Right, that is the replay. So there'll be no fat lady singing for Super Sunny Singh this week.
I couldn't see it that way, no. I'm going to go with Encountered on top here. Look, he was 3 wide off the pace last start at Happy Valley. Just didn't suit him at all. I think he needs to be closer in the run. Happy Together looks really tough to beat. He's 4 out of 5 this season. Last City Blanche, another one who's come out of that Happy Valley run and ran really well, and does like Sha Tin, as we know, and Straight Aaron. 2, 6, 13 and 1. It's a really good race, this.
It sure is. It encountered earlier in the season. In fact, last time he raced over the 1800 metres at Sha Tin in Group 3, he was a winner. Spin it up, race number 9. This is the preview for it. We've got You're My Everything running over the 1400 metres in Class 4. For the first time. Only use also on the class drop blinkers off. The cheek pieces go on. Ariel likes to go forward and he's come up with barrier number 1. Top scorers had 2 starts for 2 placings. Rainbow Delight pacifiers off, pacifiers with the cowls go on. He had an irregular heart rhythm on debut. Island Golden is a winner over 1200 so far. Just struggled over a bit further. Sunlight Power was huge last time. Cordyceps won Class 5 winner over the 1650 at Happy Valley last start. It's had a stable change, gone from Francis Loy to join Dennis. Yep. Ariel, easy lead here, Paul, and Patch of Time drops straight in behind him.
Yeah, they've drawn 1 and 2, so I think that's the way forward. Master Tornado likes to go forward. Happy for All just might do it a bit tough from his wide draw as top scorer. He's from barrier 12. He'll be looking for some cover. Island Golden as well. Sunlight Power might be a place closer than he was. Joy of Spring, now he's missed the start last time, so if he jumps, he might be a bit closer.
On a weekend where Messi Mania comes to Hong Kong, the Omen tip could be top scorer.
Top scorer going around in one of the later races on the program, 2 second placings. What's been your assessment on his performances to date so far? Because he looks like he's been there and he's had his chance in both of those races.
Yeah, well, it looks like maybe the 1200 might be a bit short for him. You know, maybe he wants a little bit further. So we'll take him up to 14 and see if that makes any difference. He might be, maybe the 1200 metre horses are just running too quick for him. He'd be comfortable in this, he might finish it off better.
You happy with how he's trained on?
Yeah, horses as well. He's a pretty gross tour and he's done well since his last run, and you know, he should run well again.
Getting close, having had those 2 starts and those 2 minor prizes, but he has to beat horses such as Ariel Paul, who is a 19-start maid and did place last time behind Holy Lake. He's had barrier 10 his last 2 occasions, comes back in trip and draws the fence. Yeah,
look, and so he should get the lead easy enough. Now, he's been placed 9 of those 16 times, so he's a very consistent horse without winning. Ariel, from barrier 1, I think he'll get his opportunity once again, so as such, statistics show I've got him on a place line, Ariel. And again, he looked like he was going to win here, didn't he? And he just got nabbed late.
He did, as Holy Lake runs up to his outside. But it's Lyle Hewitson riding him for David Hayes. Ariel. Master Tornado went very close last time. We'd seen him plenty of times around Happy Valley. This was his 5th go at Sha Tin. Patch of Time runs 3rd, and Happy for All was up outside of the speed. How did you assess this trio?
Happy for All, I'm just worried about the draw. He might just be caught a bit wide. Patch of Time, this is the first time we've seen some good form from him, and he was a big price here and he stayed nicely. Master Tornado, look, he's had his opportunity. Again, he's a 15-start maiden as well. I thought this was his opportunity, but obviously both these horses got slingshot late. But look, they're all running well. They were on the cusp, but in the end, neither of them got it. None of the 3.
You're always very diplomatic when you do that.
Thank you.
That is that replay. This is our last one. Surely this horse is in, isn't he? Sunlight Power. This was massive last time. You can see him. He's near enough to coming 4 wide on the home turn. He was wide the entire way. Draws better in barrier number 7.
Yeah, look, I think he's just a winner waiting to happen. And they didn't go fast in this race either. So he did it off a slowish pace and he finished off really nicely. He's got a good turn of foot. We've seen it come from the back. He does a lot of things wrong, this horse. He hangs. He's been a little bit green. But as racing gets there, I think he's the more racing he gets, the better he's getting. So, yeah, look, I'm going to go with him in the end. It was a nice run once again.
It was indeed. So he is the horse to beat. Who's in for 2nd, 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, Sunlight Power on top. We'll see if he can break his duck. And that's going to put Ariel in there for 2nd. Should get a nice run from the front. Joy of Spring. He did miss the start last time, but he's got a really good turn of foot to finish this one and really caught the eye. And top scorer, the 1400 will really suit him, but it's just a wide barrier that put me off a little bit. 11.364.
Harry Bentley to steer the winner in race number 9, Sunlight Power for Paul. Sunday closes with the 10th due to get underway at 5:50 and it's on the all-weather this one. It's a Class 2 over the 1200 metres. Telecom Fighters is back in distance from the mile. He's a 7-time winner over the 1650 at Happy Valley. Seasons Wit has his 3rd go at 1200. Pinghai Galaxy's won 2 from 4 course and distance. Nordic Dragon blinkers on the first time. Youthful Deal, 4-time winner course and distance. Wonder Kit cheek pieces off, blinkers go on. Bundle of Charm has the pacifiers on. And Gummy Gummy, 4 starts, 2 wins, 2 placings when it comes to the all-weather 1200 metres and draws barrier number 1. And it'll be 3 back behind Pinghai Galaxy in Telecom Fighters.
Yeah, well, Telecom Fighters, there's a little query with him because he leads over 1650, 1800. He's back to 1200. So if he's not there, then Gummy Gummy can get that trail. Exponential loves to go forward. Pinghai Galaxy likes to go forward. Magnet likes to go forward. Bundle of Charm likes to go forward as well. So there's plenty of pace in this race.
Tom's back, this time talking to Lyle Hewitson, Wonder Kit.
Lyle, Wonder Kit, a horse you've got a great association with, a win and a few minor placings as well. What were your thoughts on his close-up performance at Happy Valley last time out?
Yeah, he's always been a horse that as soon as he gets to the front or near it, he seems just to not really go through with it or not put in the extra that he has left in the tank. So look, it was a very good run. I thought if he had just knuckled down a bit more at the top of the straight, he could have got the job done. But nonetheless, it was a very good performance, and he's maintained a really high level of form, even going up through the ratings. So very proud of him, how he's performed, and looking forward to seeing him on the weekend.
He's on the all-weather for the first time. Is he a horse that gives you the feeling that he'll handle the all-weather service?
Yeah, I think he'll handle it. I can't say whether it'll be better or worse at this stage. I think the race will tell us, but he's a horse that jumps and shows speed, travels strongly in the race, and he's just he's a trier. So yeah, I think that he should be able to get through it, and yeah, we're looking forward to see how he goes.
The blinkers are on for the first time and the cheek pieces off. Was that an idea that you and Francis have toyed for with a wee while, and what was the ultimate factor in deciding that maybe now's the right opportunity?
Yeah, it just goes back to what I mentioned just now. Just want him to empty the tank hitting the line, and we're hoping the blinkers can do that. Just help him to get his nose in front, hopefully this time. And we thought the all-weather track would be the perfect opportunity to try it as well, because it's genuine tempo throughout and a lot of pressure. So yeah, it's a good opportunity now. He's been racing well, and it's time to try something new just to get that extra 1%.
Pace looks like it should be fairly genuine in the race. Is sort of ideal place for you, midfield, somewhere with some cover, the ideal scenario?
Yeah, he could probably sort of touch close to midfield, just behind that speed. But like I said, he's got the natural gate speed and travelling speed in the race to be comfortable. And if we've got something to aim at, which it looks like we will in this race, that'll be perfect. So it should map pretty well for him, and expecting consistency once again.
Confident sounding Lyle Hewitson talking Wonder Kit. As far as the replays go here, Paul, we're going to start with a host of horses. Exponential digs deep to win this. Seasons with 2nd. Youthful Deal, he runs 5th but pulled up with mucus in the system. And Cheng Cheng Prince has had a start since. He ran 4th behind All for St Paul's. of those, who do you like out of this replay?
Well, look, Changcheng Prince is coming back to 1200. I don't know if that's totally ideal for him. Seasons Wit, he stayed on nicely. I'm going to include Seasons Wit. I think they'll maybe be a little bit more conservative with him. And look, he finished off really nicely in this race as well. So of this lot, I like Seasons Wit, and he just failed to get the win there.
Exponential gets in well at the weight. He does have a wider draw. Jamie Richards has 2, and he also has Maniac down the bottom. If you do like a horse from the Richards stable, but we're heading to turf form now. Gummy Gummy second. Bundle of Charms raced well all season, comes to the all-weather for the first time, and Pinghai Galaxy leads up. But the horse with no teeth, Gummy Gummy's done a good job.
He's done a fantastic job, and the all-weather is his forte. He's had 4 starts on the all-weather for 2 wins, 2 seconds. He's never really performed on the turf before. And he's come out fresh up and done this. And the horse that wins the race, a horse called Galaxy Patch, is unbeaten on the turf. So, look, coming back now from barrier number 1, he's going to go back onto his favourite surface. The break's obviously done this horse really well, and they're well clear of anything else in this race. So I like him. I think he'll win this.
And Galaxy Patch trialled really well at Sha Tin on Thursday morning. Here is Maniac last time, up in grade off this run on the all-weather, where he was too good for Smoky Bear, but he certainly won it well and carries a featherweight.
Yeah, he goes in. I've got him in as the Quinella horse, actually, Magniac. I really like the way he finished off and won this race as well. Jamie Richards has got 2 in the race, and I think they're both legitimate chances here. But of the 2, I did slightly prefer Magniac, the way he won this race. So he's obviously well suited to this surface. And with the light weight, he comes in really well under the conditions of the race.
2 starts, course and distance for 1 win and 1 placing. But is Gummy Gummy for you?
He done it well. He's on top, Gummy Gummy, and going to make him the best, actually. Magnac second, Seasons Win. And Wonderkid, we heard from Lowell there as well. Blinkers on, and he will get the pace in the race. 10, 11, 2 and 8 in the last.
That is the preview for Classic Mile Day and also Centenary Vase Day. 10 races, both courses in use. It's B+2 for the turf, and we get underway at 1 o'clock.